Alright, this video is going to be covering Sketch and how to use Sketchpad to do your house design. So there's a ton of tools over here on the left hand side. This is kind of the area of the pan that you're going to be operating from. And you can go to text. You can see it changes when you have text to type things in. We can go to shapes if we want to drop different shapes or stuff in here. I'm typically going to working from this one. Alright, this video is going to cover how to use Sketchpad, and the purpose of using your Sketchpad in class assignment-wise is you're going to have this energy hog assignment where you're going to be diagramming a house out, and you're going to have 5 elements, design elements, that I'm going to want you guys to, well, let's just look at the rubric here. You have 5 elements of energy reducing elements that I want you to add into a house that will save energy in the house. I want you to do a description of each of those elements. The illustration will come with that as far as putting it in the house, and I can see a visual of it. And then there's just a general neatness overall. So put that all together. We want to get an outstanding on this assignment and have all 5 represented. And then of course, the 4. It's a pretty easy one to get the neatness because you are doing it online on a computer with a program. So just having clean lines. Having those little design elements in where it looks like a nice, crisp, well done piece of work, and you're going to easily get an A in this. But it is going to take some time. So let's go through the program a little bit so you understand it. Usually when you kind of open up, you're going to have this calligraphy here, but this is kind of our toolbox. So you open this up, and let's just kind of get a feel for it. So we have a pencil here. You can draw the pencil, and then right here we can select different colors. And this is for everything. So this is your area for color changing of any kind that you want. This is kind of filling if I wanted to fill an image or a shape. And then there's just different pattern ways of going about it. So you can see how the fluidity of how that changes a little bit in the design. How it's not solid, but it kind of changes kind of this liquid metallic effect. But it's something in there that's interesting. We have streamers, so I have that effect in the background. So let me change back that effect. So we just have normal color, but it's kind of a cool thing to look at. It makes it interesting. And you can see that we have different effects for just different colors and stuff. Let me get that straight to color. Now we're back to color, but that was really cool. Look at all these patterns you can change from. You actually see it coming through. I'm having a little fun with it myself. All right, and then I can keep on going. Like spray paint, you can change the opacity of it. Let's take a look at some other ones. Fur, what is fur? Wow, that's cool. That's pretty neat. I like that. Web. What's web do? Oh, that is cool. That's interesting. You guys, you can totally dress this your diagram up using these tools. We have eraser, spirograph. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So you can see there's a crazy number of things that go on here. Now, usually, you can hit an eraser, and the problem with eraser is it kind of gets into a transparency thing. So what I tend to do is I hit the control button and hit the Z, and I just kind of undo things by holding the control and hitting Z until I get myself back to where I want to be. But you can kind of mess with that if you want. Let's talk about the line and the path and the arrow, and then we'll talk about the text, because these are kind of some important ones. I like the line one because you can get a basic shape of your house. And this is what happens if you hold it. You can draw. If you hold that mouse down, you can totally draw with it. And then each one of those points, if I want to undo it, click Control Z. It literally takes forever because they're all individually separate data points. So let's actually look at how you should use this. So what you want to do is one click, drop it, a second click, set it, and then click, drop, and you can see you can make yourself some basic shapes here. And if you are bad at three-dimensional stuff, and sometimes it doesn't want to set on it, so you kind of have to set it close by. Not sure. Maybe it's a glitch in the program, but kind of gives you an idea of what you can do. And once you kind of have everything kind of set down, you have a basic shape. This line will stick with you, but once you take it off here and get off, then it'll go away. So don't feel when you're pulling this over to change it into something else, or if you just want to drop it and kill the line. What you can do is you go over here and click on it, and then you can click on the line thing again, and you can or change off of it, and then you come back to it, and then that way you can kind of start a new set of lines. And it's a new program to me, so if you guys figure out like a more efficient way of doing that, go for it and share it with me, and share it with everybody in class, because I think that'd be great. Because I'm always looking for new ways to use programs and your input, because someone out there might mess with this a little bit longer than me. So I kind of got a basic shape down. And let's say we want to put some insulation in the attic, so we want to get the text. So I'm going to go to the text button here. I'll drop it in there. I know it's really big now, but don't worry about it. And then I can actually change it if I want to. I can change it different fonts if I want. I click on this one and I can go to some different one. Why not the shadow one? And I can change it. So let me get this. Then if you want to delete it, you kind of come off of it. But I'm going to come back to this one right here. And we'll do attic. We'll just do a combination of the two. If I want to kill it, make it smaller, not kill it, but I want to make it smaller. You have to get in the select tool first too. The select tool is like really where it gets where you can size things down. So if you want to start moving it and sizing it down, you have to get into the arrow. And you can combine these and put them in it. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me, however you put it together. But make sure it kind of looks decently neat. And then let's say now I want to get an arrow and I want to point it down to the area where I want you to know that I want to put insulation in the attic in this area. I got to get back to the last tool I was using as a line, so that's the section, that's the area where these tools are. And remember that arrow tool is in here. I do that arrow tool, I drop it here, I kind of bring it over, and I'm good to go. And I have it put in there. It's pretty endless as far as how we can mess with this thing. And you can mess the size here if you want. I mean, it's just play with it, get a feel for it, and once you're ready, you've got everything done. You've got your 5 elements, and you've got it's neat. You've got a detailed description about each, like a sentence or two. It doesn't have to be crazy detailed. You're ready to submit this online. You've got to get it off of Sketch. So the way to do that is you go over to Export here, click on Export. I would just save it as JPEG. And I'm going to do this twice because my little recording thing's down in the corner. You really only have to do this once, but I'm trying to get it to show up for me. So again, you go to Export, hit the JPEG, and now I'm going to open it up. And this is what's on my computer now. I've got this saved on my computer. Now the job is to get it up on Google Classroom and into my drive. So I'm going to go to my drive, bring my drive up, hit my New button, hit File Upload. It's in my downloads, so I go to my downloads and I just click on it, and I already have a drawing of this name. So if I were being real detailed, I would have renamed it, and I would ask you guys to rename it with your name, like Philip Bertling if that's your name, and then period 1 or period 2, and then just upload it. And you can see right now it's come up. Let's open this up and take a look at what it looks like on Google Drive. I open it up, and there's my illustration. And then from here, I'd go to Google Classroom, and I'd just upload this assignment into Google Classroom, in the assignment box that you'd click on that I'll be posting on Google Classroom that you guys are pretty familiar with. Play around with it. Don't wait for last minute to do this. Incrementally do a little bit every day or so. I think it's probably going to be a lot, just that learning curve when you sit down in the program to get to know it. So don't expect that this is something you can sit down and just hammer it out real quickly one night. I would play with the program a little bit, get familiar with it, and then when you're ready, when you feel a little bit more confident with it, do it. Because it's going to take a little bit longer than pencil and paper. But I thought it's just kind of a fun twist on things, something different. It's digital. You get to learn how to use a new program for yourself, and it's just kind of switching things up. But I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys in class. And if you have any questions on it, we're going over it in detail in class as well, and we'll take it from there. So take care. See you guys in class.